made a huge difference to the look of the car. Oh, it makes the wheel look so small, doesn't it? That is going to look mental. Like, I want to put all the other panels on. Yeah, that's with nose lift up. This is like a show car. Like, you driving this around Miami when you're pulling into the petrol stations and there's like that massive lip. This is just going to get hammered. That looks insane. All the last little finishing bits will make it. So, like, obviously we'll put a grill in here so it's not just an open space. So we'll put a grill in there. That actually looks really good.
I love that colour.
Yeah, you keep that colour. It's very standouty, isn't it? Like your eyes are drawn to it. Okay, now that we know how to do that side, let's get this side on. And then I really, really need to see this rear spoiler because I'm not convinced. Some of you might not be convinced either, but this is a one-of-one. This is literally history in the making. And if you followed the journey from here, now's a great time to subscribe because now we're about to blast this out. Let's go!
What's your favourite moment in history?
I will have to say, my daughter.
What do you think?
Yeah, agreed. Time to do the other side. Now remember, regardless of what we do to this car, it's always going to be scarred by the car vertical report. And all anyone will have to do is put the VIN number into car vertical and you can see the full history of the car. You'll be able to see that it's got a salvage title and when it got it. I can also see the mileage history and every time it's been listed for sale or had a title change. On top of that, I can see the full spec of the car, and this really helps if one of you are going out to buy a car you don't know too much about. Another really handy thing is that if the car does show up as damaged, sometimes it'll even show you photos of the car when it was auctioned off at the car crash auction site. That way you can pinpoint exactly where the damage was. Even if you believe your car to be completely clean, it's always worth checking it out on Car Vertical, just in case you've missed anything. And you can do that by clicking the link in the description box below, and then use my discount code MATT to save some money on the check. That side's on. There is a replacement rear spoiler to the Pure Sport, but we're going to see whether this is now in the right place between one another before we go anywhere, because if this is too wide, because this was designed using a regular Chiron, so I don't know whether the arches are different, I don't know, or also make sure the height is different, because their height is the same, because if we fitted that arch too low down and that arch too high up, then it could just look like it's doing that. So let's see what this is going to look like. Now when we lined the new wheel, the good news is that it did line up to the bolt holes on the wing end plates. And then we got a rough idea of where this wing was going to sit. But to fit so before we went any further, we decided to fit standard wing plate at the bottom with the standard wing to see if it would line up with the body kit. And unfortunately for us, it didn't. The new wing with the Venom kit is wider and a slightly different shape. So we thought the best bet now is to take the standard wing off its mounting bracket, then fit the new wing to the old mounting bracket. So off comes the old wing, and you can see the way that the wing fits in. It almost slides into place on these hooks each side. So it looks like we're going to have to make something on the new wing in order for it to fit the exact same way as OEM, which is going to take a bit of modification. Now the body kit did come with a new wing mounting bracket, but as this was based on the standard Chiron, the fixes were completely different to the Persport. So we were going to use the standard mounting bracket, as we know that's going to fit the best. So we're going to fit that back onto the car and then lift on the Venom wing, and we can get a rough idea on how much modification we need to make this work. Right, we think this is our option. The wing. This is the wing that Venom have made, but obviously it doesn't fit to this, but it's going to be way easier to make this platform fit onto the wing. You can see that it's just completely different fitment at the minute. But I think we should be able to get a body guide to make recesses in that wing for that to fit on in the same way. So that should work, and at least we know they bolt to the end piece. It looks so much wider. We need to get the front end on before we even make a judgment on what this is going to look like. It's going to look crazy. It's meant to look mental. That's what the whole idea of it is about. Let's put the engine cover on, and then after that, we're going to have to get to the front end and see if we can get the full picture of how this is going to look. Some modification needed then, but that's what you've got to expect when you're fitting an aftermarket body kit. Now we can slide on the engine cover and sort of get a rough idea how the rear of this car is going to look. Next up is the front end.
It's crazy.
That looks sick. And you can already see, combined with the bonnet, this is going to make a huge difference. Here it is, sat next to the original front.
What do you think?